This is day 2, lesson 9. For the exercises, the graph below shows the amount of time a person can shower with a certain amount of water. Can you determine by looking at the graph whether the length of the shower is proportional to the number of gallons of water? Explain how you know. Yes. It forms a straight line. And goes through the origin. Next, it says, how long can a person shower with 15 gallons of water? And how long can a person shower with 60 gallons of water? Well, for 15 gallons of water, because notice it goes 5, 10, 15. So here, person can shower for 5 minutes. For 60 gallons of water, here is 60. A person can shower for 20 minutes. It says, what are the coordinates for point A? Well, here's point A. So we have 20, 25. This is 30 over 10. So the point is 30, comma 10. And it says describe point 8A in the context of the problem. Well, what it means then is with 30 gallons of water, a person can shower for 10 minutes. It says, can you use the graph to identify the unit rate? Yes. Since the graph passes through the point, (15, 5). Five over 15 equals 1 over 3. So 1/3 is the unit rate. So next, it says, well, I'm going to have to use that. Plot the unit rate on the graph is the point on the line of this relationship. So we have to have, remember, 1/3. It's 1/3 over 1, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So you have to remember that. It's 1/3 over 1, all right? So to graph this, okay, on this graph, okay, to put that on here, and it goes by 5s, you're talking it's probably like right in here, okay, on that graph, okay? So now, it said, is the point on the line of this relationship. Yes. Okay. So now, this point, this point is 1 comma 1/3. That's what this point is, okay? Because it is the unit rate. Okay. So now it says write the equation to represent the relationship between the number of gallons of water used and the length of the shower. So it would be y equals 1/3 x, because 1/3 is our unit rate. So now question number 2 says your friend uses the equation C equals 50p to find the total cost for the number of people entering a local amusement park. Create a table and record the cost of entering the amusement park for several different sized groups of people. Well, if we create a table, here we go. Even though they're using CMP, we can still use it for X and Y. Because remember, if we look at it the way that we have it up at the top here, our C would be our Y and our P would be our X. Okay, so our people is our X, so X is our people, and our Y would be our cost. So if I create a table, and I say for one person, and I put that in there, one person would cost 50. And all I'm doing is multiplying 1 times 50. 2 people would be 100. 3 would be 150. 4 would be 200. And 5 would be 250. So does the cost of admission proportional to the amount of people entering the amusement park? Yes. And why? $50, which is the unit rate, and I'm going to put that here, unit rate, is multiplied to each number. It says, what is the unit rate and what does it represent in the context of the problem? 50 is the unit rate. It means it costs $50 for each person to enter the park. Next, it says sketch a graph to represent this relationship. Okay, so we have 5. Down here, we're going to put people. Here, we're going to put park or cost. So again, let's do this evenly. We have 1 through 5, so let's put that here. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's go by 50s this way. 50, 100, 150, 200, and 250. So let's graph this. We have 1 and 50, 1 and 50, 2 and 100, 3 and 150. Oh, sorry, I graphed that wrong. Sorry about that, guys. Four and 200, and 5 and 250. So what points must be on the graph of the line if the two quantities represented are proportional to each other? Well, the 2 points that have to be on the line, okay, are 1R and 0, 0. The first is the unit rate. The second is when there is a zero amount. So in this case, 1, 50 means it costs $50 per person to enter the zoo. Zero means means the cost is $0 for no one to enter the park. To enter the zoo. So it says, would the 0.5 comma is 250 be on the graph? Yes. What does the point represent in the context of the situation? It would cost $250 for 5 people to enter the park. And I apologize. This needs to say park. Oh, that one does. Okay. So now it says the 2 points that are always located on the graph of a proportional relationship are 0, 0 and 1, R. And remember that R represents the unit rate. Okay. Sorry about that. And that ends our lesson, I believe. And it does.